gorgeous southern afternoon. EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Atlanta, Georgia, and inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Now Patterson start the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On second down, a run with Patterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
One. Three.
Throwing is Mariota. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he gets this up across the... before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Black Ultra. Ready.
Back to throw. And complete to Drake London. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is going to lose yardage here. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And part of the one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the throw behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Back to the ground now. Patterson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Okay, break.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Always got some breathing room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 33 and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Quick throw to Olave. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ready.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check peak. Set.
Straight ahead, Patterson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Ready,
Let's
set.
see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays
Down.
that allow them to finish drives with points.
Yellow. Hey, blue.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least,
trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So not a good start for this rookie quarterback, already trailing in this first half, and that's going to make things worse.
Well, back in my day, this was not unexpected out of rookie quarterbacks. That's why a lot of coaches didn't want to play them. But coming out of college now, they throw it all the time. This is a little bit unexpected, the way that he's playing here.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Saints 16, Falcons nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 16-0. That's the score after one on EA Sports.
Ready.
Loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
Red, cycle. Drill green. Ready.
They'll look to throw. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Right through. White. Yellow, go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Blaster, 6.
They're going to look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch out now. 50, steal, black. Green jack. Edo blue.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Set, ready.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
6, mega. Smash, red. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you definitely got to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Red, yellow. Claws red. Cut, cut.
2nd and 15. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run with Patterson, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Blue striker. Black ultra.
Back to throw here. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
Ready.
So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25.
Shot. 17. Black shot. Set.
They'll set up to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that trims the lead down to 9. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. 58 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. So a good grab there. And here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
Now a first down carry, it's Kamara. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked to these rookies out there, and when we finally hear from them that the game's slowing down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
Nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Drill green. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Koo knocks this one through the post. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Strong. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Off play action. Strong. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Strong. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd down. Strong. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. In motion goes the tight end. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Strong. That one complete to Hill. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. In motion, the tight end. Off play action. Strong. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas from 17 yards out. And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Falcons 10. Will Watts
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Second and long. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Here we go.
This
Here we
offense
go.
in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Here we go. Blaster, 6. Steal, black. Ready.
They're going to try and throw. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Hey, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
34. Falcons 10. Will Lutz to kick off 41.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Got a man open. It's Ross. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Let's go.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Let's go now.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Ready?
Patterson running between the tackles. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Ready.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Black Ultra. Ready.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Down.
Now back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Falcons 10. Will Lutz to kick off for the Orlando.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Ready up.
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Black swap.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
It's a gain of 2. Third down and 13.
Set.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters.
Ready, ready.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Hut, hut.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They lead big in a a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break. And you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Black shot.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A quick slant to Hill. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. A nice throw there. We've seen a lot of those from this young man. How would you assess, Charles, his first start thus far?
I think it's been everything that they could have asked for because he's handling out basic things quite well. And even some of the wrinkles that have been thrown at him, he's shown a lot of poise throughout and made some nice plays.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Strong. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Hawk 70. 65, 60, cut 19 tight.
On 4th down. Strong. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here. At home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Red, cycle.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Demario Davis in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
70 Lions. Go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Cougar 19.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Looking to throw. Strong drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds they've had. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Off the play fake. Strong. Looking deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Back to throw. Strong. That's going to be caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Okay, Frank.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Trouble, 38. Ready.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. The offense has to love that, because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
They'll drop to throw. Smith catches left side. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. That is caught at the 7th. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road, week 1. You're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now,
ready, set.
You're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Well, this was not just the opener of a